Welcome back to episode 4 of Empyrion Galactic Survival. So the previous episode we built the beginnings of our base, we collected the main resources, and yeah, so this episode we're going to finish off the base and put everything where it needs to be. So first things first, we'll run in here. We also moved the generator away so it didn't obviously irradiate us. So we can access the small constructor here, and we'll use this to build, well, we need to build more concrete blocks, but first we need to connect the containers, and we'll build more concrete blocks to finish off the base. Okay, now what I want to do now is, okay, this container is fine, but we just need to move it, but we can't really move it without taking all the heavy contents out. So the best thing to do is we'll also build another cargo box, and we'll just build a second cargo box here, and then we'll move across everything. So while we're waiting for that, we'll build the rest of the base. So we'll press F4. That will allow us to get the concrete blocks, and we'll go back into our drone. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up the side walls first, and we're going to do it with a curved block. Oh, I hate doing this. There we go. And we'll just build that up probably 3 high. Yep, 3 high, so that'll be the curve. We're going to build it with no windows to begin with. We can add windows in later. Again, I'm not really that fussed about the starting base. It is just where we're going to begin. The main thing I'm looking to do is build the ships and use the ships as, you know, to really be my base. So after all, it is a space game. Now we need to do the corner block. No, I don't know where that is. Here we go, round corner. Perfect. So we can just put that there. We're going to run out of blocks, but that doesn't matter. Just press F4. Hopefully some more have been made. There we go. Nice and simple. And we'll put you there. Okay, so that's just the beginning of the base. We'll just connect these up now. So we need to go back onto here and connect. Oh, that was very close to going completely wrong. Okay, and we need to come around here. Perfect. And around here. Okay. There we go, messed that up nicely. Perfect. So that is just the very basics of our base done. Again, the rest of these blocks we'll use to build up here. So we'll build 2 there for now. Okay. How are we doing for the construction? We should have the small cargo box, yep. So we can now access the old one. And we'll build the same style. I quite like that style. And we'll pop it next to the constructor for now. Okay, now we have 2. When we press F4, you get a drop down and you can do the 2. Now, a cool thing here is you can also choose this inventory. So we can click base here and we can click the opposite to each other. So this is the one we just placed, and this is the one that was previously there, and we can drag them, drag the items across. So rather than things going into my inventory, they go into the alternate inventory. So we can move everything over just like that. And now this one, if we press F, is empty. So that will allow us to then retrieve that. My inventory is full. Oh, and there's no turn. I don't know, I've done something. Continue. I'm not quite sure. Some error occurred. Never mind, it's done. Okay, so and then this inventory we can also pop down as well. We don't need both, but why not for now? So we'll just put that there. Okay, so we've got plenty of storage, but together that's 32,000, 16 there and 16 here. We'll just need to reconnect the constructor to the first one, or to the one which has got it all in. Here we go. Yep. And then when we go into our devices, we can rename these into what we need them to be. So I actually forgotten how to rename them. Do I click here? I can't remember how to do it. Access? Can I rename it up here? I'm sure I can. I'll do that later. It's not important. Okay, so what we'll do then is this is the basics for the base. To be honest, we've got everything we need. We've got power, we've got the constructor plus the storage. So let's get straight into probably building a ship actually. Yeah, we'll build a ship. We'll build our first little ship. So to do that, the first thing we'll do is we have to spec into what we need. So we're going to go small vessel, and we have 34 points. So I'll talk about everything as I do it. So hopefully it will all make sense. So you start with a small generator, but that'll be fine for now. But we need the RCS. The RCS required for turning on every vessel. So what an RCS does is, if you imagine this, when we turn it on, takes quite a while to change direction. If you put an RCS on, it's much quicker. And the more RCSs you have, the quicker it turns, and you obviously need more for a larger ship. But they do take up quite a lot of computing power. So we will need to build the RCS, so we'll have to go into generator RCS. You just need a detector. You can't not have a detector. This is 3.5k range, so it's a nice far range for the detector. I think it's a little bit further than the hover vehicle, which is 2.5k. So yeah, the small vessel will be able to detect things a little bit further away. We've got a small fuel tank already. One of the main things I love on these is the container controller system. So we'll unlock container controller, container extension, and ammo controller. I'll explain what all of that does for now. And okay, I've made a bit of a boo-boo. I also need to unlock thrusters to obviously make it move, and I've only got 5 points left, and thrusters are 7. So what we need to do now is go and kill something, I believe. So if we just go on oh, we're so close to level 6, that's fine. So unfortunately we're gonna have to go find some poor defenseless animals to slaughter for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but to give me experience. Where are those? There's like a herd of animals around here. There they are. Sorry, wrong place, wrong time. Oh, they've got babies as well. Oh dear. Well, sorry. Oh, I almost feel bad. Almost. Well, I'm just sticking true to what humans do. We come and we kill everything no matter what. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Okay, we'll just go on survival tool, defense mode, and we'll just kill it that way. Okay, we're level 6. We won't kill them unnecessarily, just to get level 6 very quickly. Yeah. Okay, all the dead bodies. Now I feel a little bit bad, but never mind. Right. Okay, so we'll just get back to the base. We have the right experience, so now we'll be able to unlock the thruster, which is the other thing we needed. We already have cockpits. Spotlights will be helpful to have, and the last thing we'll want is a Gatling gun. Okay, so that will give us all the general components we need to start building our first ship. And we'll just get into that now. So it's quite enjoy building these ships. It will look horrendous to begin with, but hopefully it will start to improve as we go. So we need to go on small vessel, and then go on components, and we need to start building things we need. So actually the first thing we'll build is the start. So I believe that is under all. Yeah, so we'll build we need to unlock the small vessel starter. So we'll do that. Oh, we have it unlocked. Do we need to build this in a different constructor? We might need to, you know. Might have to make the large constructor. Let's have a look. Hover and vessel. Yeah, so we're going to have to make the large constructor first. So that won't be a problem. We just go into base and we go on large constructor. We spec into it and then we'll find it within here. So we'll just build the large constructor. So it's just a bigger version of the small constructor, obviously. That will allow us to build our opponents. It also builds our components, sorry. It also will build things a little bit quicker as well, so that'd be super helpful. And we'll pop the large constructor here for now, and we'll link it to the same container. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll join you. Well, it's almost done now, actually. It's fine. What do I need to do? I'll eat while I wait. Okay. And we're just building it now. So we'll pop it in the corner, and then we'll use that to build all of the starting items we need for our first ship. I'm quite excited to build this. This will do for the base for now, to be honest. Again, we don't need to go into too much for the base. It's not going to be that important. It's almost done. Perfect. So this is a really good example. So I can't actually put this in my normal inventory because it weighs so much. So that's when you really do need to link and then place it here. So we can actually then place it. So let's just twist it that way. Perfect. And we press F and we'll link it up to the container with all the items. So now when I click start, why is caps lock on? We'll have, there we go, so we can access the capital vessel as well as the small starter. So we'll do that first. It will also give us, again, even more items that we can potentially make. So this is all the stuff for the small vessel. So what we need is we need a cockpit, we need a fuel tank, we need a we'll get a generator. We'll need at least one RCS, maybe two. We'll need we'll go with 2 spotlights, the detector. I'll show you the container controllers later, but this is super good. So we'll get 1 container controller, 1 ammo container controller, and we'll make 10 extensions. We'll need the wireless controller, which will allow us to connect wirelessly, and then we'll also need a whole bunch of steel blocks, which will allow us to, that's going to build the framework of the ship. Oh, and I know what I'm missing as well, thrusters. So we'll need, I don't think 10 is required, but we'll just do 10 anyway. What else do we need? We might need 1 more RCS at some point as well. So we'll just do 2 RCSs, and we'll need 2 Gatling guns, and we'll make 5. Actually, we don't need to make any bullets. I'll show you why. Again, better ways of doing that. So we don't need to waste our resources on bullets. So we'll just make 2 Gatling guns for now. Okay, so I'll let all this construct. It's almost night time now. So what I'll do is I'll let this all build up, and then I'll join you tomorrow morning. Or you'll join me rather, tomorrow morning. And we'll start building the ship. Okay, so it's a brand new morning. Everything is now officially built, so it's all here. I think we built 6 thrusters in the end and 1 Gatling gun. I believe that's because we ran out of certain resources. I think we ran out of copper. But that will be enough to at least get things going, if you will. So I'll start to build the ship now. So the best thing to do again is we need to, if we go F4, we need to select the container we want to be part of, and we need to link to that container. So now we can put all these items on our hotbar. So the things we'll need to begin with will be the steel blocks, the cockpit, and the starter vessel. So we'll do that now. So this is how you start building the ship. So we'll just do it here. Okay. So I've created the new small vessel, which is good. And we'll just start by extending out a little bit. And then we'll put the cockpit on. So the cockpit obviously is pre-designed, but you can right click and then choose whichever one you like. I played around with a couple of these ones. I think the best one for now is going to be this one. So what we'll do is we'll hang about. I think that's a slight visual. There shouldn't be 2 levels there. I'll be right back. I'm just going to restart the game just to get rid of that bug. 1 second. Okay, so we're back. The bug has gone. I can press F4 looking at the base to reconnect my inventory, and we'll need to do this inventory, and we need to link it, and we'll just take back the components that we need. Right, so as I was saying, we can then just choose which one. We're going to go with this one, and we're going to put it probably about here. Perfect. So that is like the beginning of our spaceship. We can just press F, and then we can now access everything. We go on devices, we can see what we're missing to like at least make it start. So yeah, so it's the beginning. Now again, it won't look that great to begin with, but obviously we'll start to we'll start to improve it as we go along. Now I already don't quite like where I put that in relation to the core, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the multi-tool, retrieve, and we're going to retrieve that block, and we're going to take the core out, which will give us the components of a core. Great. So again, we can look at the base, press P, go on devices, look for our large constructor, access it, and then we can then just build a core. I think we can build a core. Oh my gosh, we don't have enough components. Oh, what a pain. So we need more copper. Right, I think there's some copper around here. See if we can be super quick. I'm going to hope that's copper. Please be copper. It's iron. Okay, so we've got iron ore. Fine. That's iron. That's silicon. That's more iron as well. Okay. So I'm going to quickly go and get some more copper. And obviously get that core back where it needs to be. But yeah, I don't want to start the whole thing wrong by having the core in the wrong spot. So I'm just going to go do a quick mining run. So we'll go to map, and we'll go towards this copper deposit, which is the closest one. Perfect. Right, and you can join me back once I've got the copper. Right, welcome back. So I went and got the copper. I built the core. I put the core where I wanted it, and yeah, so I've got all the rest of the components. So what we'll do is we'll start placing everything we need. So that is what we'll do is we'll put the first things we'll give it is an RCS unit, and we'll pop that there. Now we're going to want to build probably 2 levels below here, but for now, again, we're going to just do it as a very basic ship. We'll expand it later, and the reason we're doing it so basic to begin with is because we don't have a good enough CPU at the moment to build something particularly good. So we're just going to do like the minimum viable ship, if you will. Let me just quickly put that on. To be honest, we can just make that a bit better. So let's flip you around. So not like that. Yeah, not like that. So it needs to be that way. There we go. So we'll build a bit of a front on it, and what we'll do is in fact, we can take these off. So we're going to put 1, 2. Yeah, 2's good for now. And then we're going to check in our inventory, get our Gatling Guns. We'll put the Gatling Guns down here. Right, so we've got 2 guns on there already, which is good. So in the back, we've got the RCS. That allows it to turn a lot better. We need to put the generator on. So this is the generator. We'll put the fuel tank on. Okay. We'll also put the wireless controller and the detector. Okay, so that's all the main components on. Obviously apart from the thrusters, which we'll do in a second. But the thing I kind of really want to show you as well is how these container controllers work. They're very smart. So a really nice concept as well. So which one's which quickly? Let me just check. F4. That is the ammo. So we'll put the ammo here for now, and we'll put the normal container controller there. Okay, and then if you imagine when you click on here, you can see it's got a volume of 125, which isn't particularly helpful. Obviously, there's not much you can put in here, and this one's the same. Now, for every container, so for every extra container you add, okay, it adds another 125. So the way that works is these extensions extend the original components, the original containers. So if I check on there now, it's got 875 in one container, so it's super simple to manage. It's so much better than the hover bike, for example. The hover bike has just like many containers of 250, whereas now we have one big container for 875, so it makes our life a lot easier. We can also put 2 on here and just give it a little bit more space for our ammo as well. We can't connect the 2 together because then it messes up the signal, so it won't actually let you do that. We'll just pop the last one here. So this will all connect to the main one. So now we have over 1,000 volume. So this ship already can store over 1,000 units, as opposed to this, which isn't particularly good. We've also got the guns on there, and we've got somewhere to put the ammo, we've got the fuel and everything there. So we'll put the fuel in the tank for now. So it's already got 100% fuel, and we can put the rest in here. Okay, what we'll do now is we'll just check what the CPU looks like. So we've used 2,300 out of our allocated 6,000. This looks like it gives me a bit more. It's 6,000 on that one. Where's the hover bike? If I can click on it. The hover bike looks like it's 5,000 to begin with. So it looks like we've got a little bit more to play with on here. Right, so we'll do the thrusters now. So the best way to do that is just to quickly add them on. So we're going to have to look which way around they go. So we'll need one here, and we'll need one here. Okay, so this will give us the basic lift, and then we'll need, for now, we'll put, if I can get up here, we'll put, oh dear, we'll put one up here as well. And that'll be the down. So that's up and down, done. Okay, so if I now click in it, I can go up, and I can go up a long way. I can also press C, and I can come back down again. So that's the very basic, the basic thrusters done. So we can go up and down now. We'll need to do, obviously, go forward and back. So for back, I think the best thing we can do is we'll go on our little constructor, and we'll just take out that block. I'm also going to take out this block, and I'll explain why in a second. And we'll take out that block, and this block, and that block. Yep, and then we'll also take you out, and you out. Okay, so this will allow us to put everything how we kind of need it, I suppose. And you, finally. Okay, so although it may look like I've taken it out, but putting it all up here is, lifting the ship up allows you to work underneath the ship, and it works a lot better. So now we just we link back to our T inventory where we've got all the thrusters. Now this thruster is pointing down, so this is going to push the ship down. So what we'll do is we'll just put that here. Okay, so that's the down is now in. Okay, we'll need the side, so that is going to push that side, and that's going to push that side. So now if we jump back in, we can now go left and right. Okay, so it's a good start. And these ones I don't particularly like where they are, so we'll put one in the back here, and we'll put one in the front there. That will allow us to then retrieve you and you. Okay, so now we've got down, we have up, down, and we also have left and right. So we can lower you. Actually, we don't need to lower it. I'm forgetting what we can do in this game, which is F5, and we can go up here and we can take this one off. So we don't need that anymore, because we have the one under here pointing up, so that's fine. I know physically impossible, but at least it looks good. Now we need to do forward and backwards. So we have one here, and we'll just spin that. So it's now pointing that way. Okay, so now that is backwards, and then we just need to do forwards. So we'll get the two, well, we've got 4 thrusters left, perfect. So we'll get 4 of them, and we'll just remove that block and that block as well. T, and then we'll put one there, one there, and one there. Okay, so now we've got everything done. We've got up, we have down here, we have side, and we have going backwards as well. Now the reason why I'm leaving a gap here is because the cockpit is under there, so I can press F from underneath the ship rather than having to jump and try and get to the top. So I can just press F here and get into the ship. So now we can go forward, we can go backwards, we can go left, and we can go right, and we can also obviously go up and down, and we can also, we're relatively movable as well. Okay, so I think what we're going to do though is, let's have a look. We'll jump out here, quite far away. Whoops. Okay, and I want one more going backwards because it was quite slow to stop. So we'll do that now. So we'll remove that block, and we'll put one more thruster going backwards, which is going to be that way. Okay, so now we have two going backwards, so it should stop a little bit quicker. I've got to try and get back into the ship now. Okay, so we do that, and then there we go. So it's a little bit better. So just more power going backwards will allow us to obviously stop a little bit quicker, which is kind of what we want. If you press O on the keyboard, it will then level you out. Okay, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's quite maneuverable. However, I'm not quite finished yet. So what we're going to do just to begin with is we have one more RCS unit, and I think we have the computing power to do so. So if we get back in here, we check. Yeah, we've only used, we barely used anything. 2,800. So we've got plenty of space left to use other things. So we can put one more RCS unit in. So we'll do F5, and we'll pop the RCS unit here, which is perfect. Okay, so the RCS unit, again, we'll just make it turn a little bit quicker. Now, the more weight I add, the less maneuverable it will become. Okay, so I'm not going to add too much extra weight for now. We're just going to do some very basic, just to make it look a tiny bit better. So we'll just add this here. We'll add that there. We'll do the same the other side. This is all very temporary. I don't intend on keeping it like that for very long. So we just add a little top to it. Perfect. Okay, and yeah, let's just pop that there as well. So we'll just use the half slab, and we'll just fill that in. Short. We'll do the same this side. Just spin it round. There we go. One here, and up to there. And we also have one down here, don't we? Perfect. And we'll pop the top on just round here. Not like that. Or like that. You know what, I'll just do it slower. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so it's got a bit of a little fat bum at the moment, but it will definitely do for now. And we'll just add, again, I'm just trying not to add too much weight, because that will, while we don't have the right amount of thrusters, it will kind of ruin the handling. Okay, this is definitely good enough for a Mark 1. A Mark 1 version I will cover that up, because that will just annoy me otherwise. So, have we got a thin slab? A wall? Yep. We'll just do that. Okay, perfect. So, we've covered up the main components, it's all in the back. Yeah, this is good enough for at least a generation 1. This would be the first basic ship now that we can fully use. So we can jump in here, and it's now super maneuverable because the two RCSs. Yeah, and we can pretty much do everything. The guns don't work just yet, but yeah, we'll pick up next episode then. So this will be the end of episode 4. It's a great start. Yeah, so next episode we're going to just finish off the last couple of touches on the ship, and we'll fly over to the trading post to refuel it fully and give it some ammunition, and then we'll kind of go from there. So next episode will be a great one. Thank you very much for being with me on this episode, and look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye bye.